All of you, can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up or give me an LNC, please. Thank you. LNC, yeah? All right, morning to you, Louis. Good to see you once again. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so do me a favor. All right, get more friends to come in to watch today's MAO because there's loads and loads of superb information that I want to share with you for free. Yes, indeed, it's all right. Every Monday and Friday now, we actually will do this public MAO so that more people can get, more stuff from us. Now, the only thing is this Monday MAO, the public one will be on Tuesday because Monday is a public holiday for America. So the market will be closed generally. So we do not have anything to look out for. So that means that this next week is not going to be a shortened week. Monday, US is closed for this Martin Luther King holiday. Yeah. Okay. So take note of that. Yeah. If you can remember, don't worry. Later I'll put up a posting to remind you. All right. Good morning to you once again, guys. Good morning to you, Hang Sen. Okay. All right. This person I'm seeing you, I think. All right. Let's go. Let's do our morning MAO right now. Okay, as you can see, today is the 14th of January 2022, and today is Friday. Finally, 1 week has passed. Well, I'm just about 4 days away from my wife's arrival to Singapore. Yes, indeed, I've been home alone for quite a while already. So, yeah, of course, will things change a bit here and there. There'll be some changes in terms of timing, I'll let you all know later, but at least for now, still, MAO will still be at 11 a.m. Okay, now today MAO, you notice that a lot of pictures behind the scene, right? Now, first of all, I think the biggest highlight will be Brainard. All right, now Brainard drops hints or in fact outright tell people regarding about her view of the market right now. Now, do note, she was the second person she was actually the next person in line to be selected to become the next Federal Reserve. Eventually, Joe Biden selected Jerome Powell, but then that means that Brainard itself, right, is just going to be around the corner, and whatever she say have a lot of weight. And don't forget itself, right, she's actually a dovish federal representative. She's very dovish. Yeah, dovish means that they prefer to have easy monetary policy. Okay, then after that itself, we have this one big problem, a big bomb happened in, bomb as in a huge bomb, not in a physical bomb, but it's a bomb shock to the royal family. All right, because of this guy, the prince itself have done something, or could have done something wrong, not confirmed yet. So we'll talk about this later. And of course, remember there was a little sharing that I gave during the New Year forecast by one of the astrologer or psychic, Parker. He did say something about the UK royal family, and the timing they gave was a bit June to July. Yeah, so if you can remember that, that'll be something you can take note. Yeah, and of course we have the metaverse itself, where people are buying lands that's not even physical, and they're buying at a very incredible rate, $500,000 just for a piece of land that is not there itself. Just because they want to be staying nearer to one of the celebrity in the world. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyway, lots of stuff. Let's continue, yeah? Now, the stock market really fell yesterday. All right, I told you guys yesterday that be careful, the stock market will come off. So what happened was at about probably near to 11 p.m. to 12 a.m., yeah, this morning, a friend of mine contacted me and texted me, hey, Kel, you said that the market will come down, but the market is going up, so you're wrong. I say, well, I'm always can be wrong, but based on the pattern, it usually will come off. So that was what I left, and of course the market still continued to go higher, and I was so tired, I just rest. But do you know what happened itself? At about 4 a.m., suddenly just this thing popped into my head. It's just as if that I got awoke by someone else, but obviously no one. Okay. So when I just wake up, I feel I got this very nagging feeling. I think something is wrong. And truth be told, I look at the handphone and say, oh my God, the Dow, the NASDAQ was coming off. So the Dow and NASDAQ came off the last 1 hour. Okay, right. For my students, you'll see me writing there itself. So wow, what happened? Let's talk about this more later. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about this more later. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Just give me a short minute and just reply a message. Sorry. Okay, done. Okay, so let's see what actually happened today. But before that, itself, disclaimer applied. I just want you guys to know that I'm here just not to predict the future, but to tell you that what I see in the market in terms of pattern and for you to make your own final decision. Yeah. Now, the first thing is to start the cartoon. Now, I like to start the day with cartoon because it will lighten the day and, of course, make you a little bit happy and smile a little bit more. So take a look at this. This is the Federal Reserve, the bubble. All right. Now, everybody is kind of worried for this Federal Reserve, but you can see that the market doesn't really bother. Yeah. But you see last night, right, suddenly the selling come in, right? It's not by coincidence. I can tell you that, right, when the market suddenly sell out of nowhere on a Friday or Thursday itself, right, it's never a good sign. So to me itself, right, this is really the start. And I'll show you why the market is up while the market is generally up recently, but then what actually caused the selling last night, all will be shared with you later in the MAO, yeah? Right? Oh dear, I have some PowerPoint issue here, Hornia. Now, the first highlight of the day is in America. Something very crazy have just happened. Okay, let me just, have just happened. Now, apparently there's empty store shelves across the nation. That means that they run out of food. Seemingly, or the people start to stock a lot of food. So apparently in America, there are many places itself, right? They ran out of food. Okay, look at it. It was so bad that the NGA, the National Grocer Associate, come in and say that there's plenty of food in the supply chain. We anticipate consumer will continue to experience sporadic disruption in certain product category. Now, apparently, this is quite scary because why would this happen itself? That's something that to ask. Why suddenly happen? Is that something that we don't know, or because this guy itself, right, knows something that we don't know? Okay, so that's why now recently, right, Bill Gates become the largest private farmland owner in US, and there's a lot of controversial on him itself. And people say that how come he is buying so much land? Does he know something that we don't know at all? So one thing is that the food supply itself is a big question mark. So that's the reason why I say this, guys. Why don't you consider to take advantage of this rather than you wait for things to happen? You take precaution by maybe making some money for the market. At least if one day itself, right, if food prices could be expensive, example, at least you have the means to take care of your family. This is how I see it from this perception. Yeah. Okay. So you think about it. So let's just look about the Dow Jones now. Yesterday, I gave Dow Jones, 2 figures, 36,525 and 36,154. Now, why I gave 2 figures was because there were 2 key points. Yesterday was a doji directional day, and I told you guys slightly, if it goes up, it'll be like this. If it comes down, it'll be like this. So it's exactly that what I share. And there's 2 numbers I gave, basically 36,521, and the next number was 36,154. So what happened was, take a look. Oh my God. The market really went up to 36,517, almost there, and then they come all the way down to 36,154. So basically, it really went up and really came down. Yes, so yesterday it's all right. Both sides got hit. So the thing is this. That was whereby we were long in the market. Then after that, it's how we took profit, and then after that, we said, okay, take a break, guys. Then after that, the profit continued to go higher, and that was where my friend called me and said that, why it's going higher? I said, I have no idea, but usually you'll fall. And that was where I rest. And immediately after that, an hour, boom, it came down. Now, where I woke up was around here already. When I woke up was somewhere around here. And I was like, looking at the market, oh my God, going down at a rapid pace. Okay, so that was what happened. So guys, you can see that, right? I can be right, I can be wrong, but end of the day itself, right? You guys have to make your own final decision in trading, yeah? Okay, so what happened is yesterday, I asked you guys what would be the initial jobless claims. And you guys gave your figure, all right, to guess to win the 16.88 ADA coin. And of course, you guys gave your figure like Richard, Tolming, King Chuan, Louis, Brian. There's a lot of you who gave the numbers. I couldn't put it all together. So, but the question is, none of you guys actually got it correct because the winner, the thing is that it'll be 230. Apparently, it's all right. The initial jobless claim was 230. It was much higher than expected itself. So this is one of the highest level for quite a while already. And of course, this actually rocks the market a little bit. But the problem is this, at 9:30 p.m., this news came out. But from 9:30 p.m. all the way to 12 midnight, the market went up. So the market didn't care. So that means that the selling was not because of the initial jobless claim. It wasn't that itself, it's something else. So anyway, guys, no one wins. So which means that you snowball to 16.88. Wait a minute. It'll be snowball to, it means the 12th. To next number now. Sorry, I need to correct this. That means that the next number will be 19. Okay, it will be 19.88 ADA coin. That means that the next winner will win away 19.88 ADA coin. All right. Wow. Let's see whether who will be the winner this time round as well. Yep. Hopefully someone will win. Okay. When will that be? Next week, really? Because today, Friday, is called retail sales. We don't need to guess, it's too near to convert. Yeah. Okay. Now the Dow Jones, you can see very, very clearly throughout the whole day itself, the Dow was actually moving up. Yes, it was all the way up 200 points from the opening price. So that's why at about 12 midnight, that was where I rest. I couldn't take it anymore. I was pretty tired. And then that was where the Dow came off. Now it came off back to the opening price. That's still all right. Then after that, it went sideways. And then you notice that from the last 2 hours, you can see the last 2 hours, the selling came in. And there was no reason given. It's just selling. So that was where, but I find that it's very dangerous. And there's a quote by someone actually, which I think that you should remember for a while. Okay, I'll show the quote later. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Okay, so the Dow falls nearly 200 points. NASDAQ snaps 3-day winning streak as the tech rally tumbles. Okay, so that was what actually happened. All right, what happened yesterday? Now let's take a look into what actually transpired. So the Dow S&P 500 slid 1.42%, while the NASDAQ fell by 2.5%. That's a very big drop. And the Dow Jones is like down 176 points, which is less than 1%. Yeah. So the weakness in the big tech share includes a 2.4% drop on Amazon, 4.2% on Microsoft, and of course, Snap went down by 10%, and Virgin Galactic down by 19%. So all these weigh the market, but Tesla itself lost 6%. Okay, so this is the time to be very careful, and this guy gave a very good quote. When the Federal is not your friend, you sell rallies. This is very powerful. India itself, over the last 2 weeks, I've been telling you guys, for NASDAQ, you can buy from the bottom, but you should emphasize on selling from the top, because NASDAQ itself will face more problem. And let's say going forward, what Brainard is trying to say itself, right? That means that there is already a fine chance that in March, there could be a rate hike. Now, I was all the way against it yesterday because I don't think they're coming so early. But with Brainard coming in and also calling for it, and of course the statistics and showing that the numbers are pushing up, the implied federal rate is going to go higher. This means that there's a very good chance that there is actually a rate hike in March. And of course, if you really come in March, this is going to shake the market. That is the reason why I want you to listen to me. And of course, he says that there are people who say, get me out of tech. Now, this is a word when you say in the market, right? It's pretty scary because like back in 1987, when it happened, when the market crashed down on 21%, right? Someone would just say to me, get out of the stock market, get me out of the stock market, something like that along the way. So now with something similar, it's all right. It does give me some goosebumps at the moment. So the thing is this, I've been reminding you guys regarding about this US market. I know that there are many trainers now calling for buy this, buy that. But to me, it's all right. You have to be very, very careful. Yeah, you have to be very careful because the market itself, right, doesn't seem to be functioning in the same way that it used to do. And of course, you can see now more and more analysts are actually very concerned with the economic figures. And of course, the earnings itself, right, most of them are expected to be good. But after that, the forecast for this year itself ain't that fantastic. Yeah. So in case to help you out, you can take a screenshot right now. This is the earnings coming out. Okay, today we have JP Morgan, BlackRock, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and I can't see this one, First Republic Bank, a bit small to see. That is on today's market. So that's why the reason why the market, I thought they would go higher, but apparently the market came off. So that means that, is it the time to buy? I put a question mark there, yeah? Now, Monday is holiday, don't have. So Tuesday is Goldman Sachs already, Charles Schwab's, PNC. All right, then after that, on Wednesday is Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, and after that will be, okay, the rest itself is not that big, or at least to my opinion, not that well known. And of course, that will be all. So it seems to be, right, the next few days, they will be very important for the banks, and the banks are expecting to have good result. So my suspect is that the bank result will be good, but the forecast will be bad. Yeah, so this is how I see it. Okay, let's do a quick recap on what happened to the Dow Jones yesterday. A very quick recap. The Dow Jones basically opens here, And then it tried to go up first initially, but it just couldn't go past the pivot one at 36,525. And then it pulled back all the way, break the MLP, come down to 36,154, which happened to be the MA30, the number that I mentioned, yeah? So according to rules, it's actually happening according to what I planned. So you can see in terms of chart-wise itself, it was ding-dong, ding-dong, ding-dong. But once it go above OP with the MLP, that was whereby this is where it happened, and price goes up all the way, okay? But unfortunately, the selling came out of nowhere, and the market gave back all the gains. Now, take a look. This is how long it basically get to gain. This is how long it takes to destroy it. So what I'm trying to say is this shows that the boys are in and they are looking to sell, okay? So traders, you need to be very careful, yeah? Okay, this is the gold market. Now, gold continued to have its upside. Initially, it came down first, but eventually it went up. Because why? The dollar is weak. Surprisingly, it's out the US interest rate that's going to go up, right? It's very surprising to see the US dollar that is weak, unless there's some problem happening right now that we don't know. It's quite curious to know why the US dollar is down. So you can see that gold was sideways, sideways, sideways. It was trying to go for the 1829 target that we are trying to do, but apparently the star came out already. So when the star came out, it's all right. You guys remember, just put a high and put the low, right? Can you see that? Straight away, the market brings down below the line, and then you can see gold coming off. Now, when it hit P2, I thought that this will become the rebound. But once it hit OP, you notice that it stopped there again. Now, OP is a very powerful level. If the market stays above OP, usually the market's up. But if the market stays below OP, then the selling will be there. And truth be told, the market sell down from 1826 all the way down to 1811 level. That was a pretty heavy sell-off, yeah? So this tells you a lot of what we are looking at in the market, yeah? Okay. Okay, let's look at the some of the local and global news. The first one is Queen Elizabeth strips Prince Andrew remaining royal affiliation as he fights Epstein accused. Right, Epstein, he basically have all this involved in the sex ring and stuff like that. Now, apparently, Queen Elizabeth II has to strip him off because they want him to fight as a private citizen. So apparently, you can see the statement is pretty clear, and she has to make. Now, I seriously hope that this one goes well, because if they were to like a bit of repeat of what happened to Diana last time itself, right, then this may not be a nice thing, yeah? So I think you probably understand where I'm coming from. So hopefully she do the right thing. So anyway, the reason was because 150 veterans, more than that actually, of the Royal Navy, Air Force, and Army calls on the Queen to strip her second son of all titles and ranks in the armed forces. Wow. Okay, that is very heavy, and obviously for 150 veterans to do that itself is not easy at all. Yeah, so what is the thing here itself? Because apparently, right, this lady, Virginia, she claims that, right, she had sex with the prince at 17-year-old. Okay, that was very wrong. And of course, the prince said that she don't recall. So obviously, it's all right, this is going to continue for a while, yeah? Now, on the side note itself, right, investors are paying millions for virtual land in the metaverse, and some of them prefer to pay as much as $450,000 to stay near to Snoop Dogg, okay, in the virtual land. Oh my God, who's Snoop Dogg? This is the guy, okay? So the thing is this is really incredible because people are buying air space, air, literally air, and they are buying because it's not physically there. So of course, will there be chance of being hacked and stuff like that? Anything is more possible in technology. But the thing is that some of the digital real estate price has gone up by 400 to 500%. So maybe it was $60 one stage, now it's like $500, something like that. And that is the reason why people are going gaga for it, okay? So how does it look like? Something like this itself. So of course it looks beautiful, but obviously it's all numbered 0101 pattern, yeah? Now the US officials are trying to make sure that this thing between Ukraine can be resolved, because the thing is this, until now there's no resolution, and the thing is this is where the soldiers are getting ready. There are more than 100,000 troops on standby. Now the reason is because Ukraine sought to enter into NATO, which obviously Putin say no. By entering NATO itself, right, it will create a lot of problem for Russia. So they say no way, and they want ironclad, waterproof, bulletproof, legally binding, no buts about it for people to actually, to stay off from NATO, right? So of course I say again, nothing. I think if there's nothing happen, that's good. or if something happened, this is going to be a one hell big problem. Yeah, more than 100,000 troops are now around the Ukraine borders. Okay, so that was local and global news. Let's look at something more towards important market information. Now, do note in January the 6th, so right, this committee have get Google, Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit to go into to ask them regarding about the so-called technically involvement during the Capitol attack. All right, so you can see that yesterday is right. This alphabet was going down strongly. You can see from the very beginning, it's after 2 p.m. or Singapore. 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. Singapore time. 1 a.m. Singapore time. The market just sell off without holding back. You can see that this is Meta. Facebook also did that as well. The selling also accelerated at about 2 a.m. Then you see that this is Twitter, obviously coming down all the way. And of course, this is from Amazon, who also came down all the way. It seems that all the big funds itself are dumping this counter. And the reason is for that. That's why I say this is very, very crazy. But traders are taking note of that. And of course, we have Tesla also coming down by 6.7%. This is really incredible. And last but not least, you can see Netflix also down by 3.35%. So all of them had the same gradient, initial pop-up first, and all come down at the same time. So it's not because of just only this technology company. We're talking about other stuff, and yet like Netflix and Tesla also get involved, and the way of their selling is almost uniform. But of course, JP Morgan expect Apple to beat all the earnings and expect it to rise its outlook. Now, JP Morgan itself, right? He himself felt that, right, there is more upside to go. So he said that January 27, it will be the first quarter earning. Now the stock is down at 2%. So if anybody thinks that it will go higher, you can buy in anticipation. All right. So the thing is that this is what Apple shares happened yesterday. So you think that it's cheap right now, if you're buying, then you're buying now. Yep. Okay. All right. So some important alternate market news for today, which is going to be the main highlight, the main G's. So stand by for some pen and paper because I'm going to tell you some stuff you may really want to look into that. Yeah. Just give me a moment, get some warm water. Okay, let's go. Now, federal hacker, you're not hacker, right? Almost there, hacker, calls for action on inflation, sees 3 to 4 rate hike this year. Now, Philadelphia Federal President Patrick Harker, he says that there'll be 3 to 4 rate hike this year, and he advocates that they end the monthly bond purchase, and he wants to start decreasing the Federal Reserve 8.8 trillion balance sheet. All right. So this is the thing that I've been telling you about regarding about this. Okay. So now what happened is that for him to say that itself is still not that fantastic. But when this is how Harker looks like. But when she say this, look at it, Brainard. But inflation is too high, and working people around the country are concerned about how far their paycheck will go. Now, Brainard is a dovish, one of the most dovish federal official in the Federal Reserve. So for her itself to come in and tell you that, hey, you know what, let's just look into this. This really will probably give a lot of pressure. And because of that itself, plus the Fed fund rates, implied rates, it seems that we're looking at basically at the March period. And that is where my concern comes in. Yeah, let me explain to you more in detail. Now, take a look, guys. Oops, sorry. Okay, take a look, everybody. Now, look at it. Now, this is the US dollar. Now, we all know that not everybody's talking about the US. I mean, the interest rate going to go up 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. But why is the US dollar coming down? This is a very big question. Why is the US dollar should be coming down itself? Okay, that's a question that we don't understand, right? Because it should be going up. That's the first thing that doesn't make sense, okay? Second thing that doesn't make sense is this one here itself, the yield. The yield also came off. Now, the yield, when it went up itself, the stock market came off. We understand that because it's quite loosely translated, right? But then the thing is this, after Tuesday onwards, right, the yield keep on going down, but the stock market also came off. So this is a big, big question. What is actually happening right now? Is it because that people are now buying back to bonds? Because the only way that yield can come down is bond price goes up. But why will bond price goes up? It is probably because that there are people buying into bonds to get a higher rate. And number two is because they think that it's a safer place. So at 1.7%, people buy the bonds because they are expecting at least the return 1.7%. So are you telling me the stock market itself can't even give a 1.7% return? That is something that is a very big question mark itself. So Fred says that shall not hear from the federal official anymore. They are all noise, from transitory to suddenly 3 to 4 5 hike. Yes, indeed, Fred. I also gave up. I'm not going to listen to whatever they say. To me, it's all right. Just follow the chart. That's the best. But the thing is this. But this dollar now and the treasury yields, right? These two things does open a can of worms right now with regards of what may happen in the time to come. Yeah. Okay. So of course you can see one of the reasons why the stock market itself, right, is able to move a bit higher. You can take a look. Yeah. Now, the number of NASDAQ stocks down by 50% or more is almost at record level. That means that about 40% of NASDAQ counters now are actually below 50% on the high. So why are they doing that? Because investors are selling first. But which investors are selling first? This is a quick interesting part. Take a look, guys. Remember, take a look. The private client flows are positive since mid-December. So basically, it's all right. It's the retailers, the clientele are buying into the stock market. And what happened to the bigger boy? What are they doing with that? Though you can see now the bigger boys are selling. The bigger boys are selling. The institutionals are selling. But the people like the corporates and stuff like that, they are all buying. So don't you find something very wrong? It's why is the institutionals are selling so hard, right? So my view is this: be very, very, very careful because things may get very ugly in the time to come. Yeah. So this is the institutional flip negative to start the year. You can see that. Okay. The market itself for the last 2 years, you can see over here, the market has sometimes periodically they have this spike down period, and then what happened is how the stock market actually comes off. Okay. So now what we're seeing is almost there. So it's having to happen. So traders, be very careful. It's a retailer that are buying, but the institutionals that are selling. So a bit of like, a bit of question mark, right? But it's actually happening right now. Now, the scary part is this. This is the mortgage rate. The mortgage rate is up all the way, and the 10-year yield actually goes in tandem, always in tandem. But something changed in December. Straight away, so you see the mortgage rate actually shooting up, but the 10-year yield also recovered, but not as fast as the 10 years, the 30 years mortgage rate. So the question is this: why is this happening? But more important is, like I say, guys, this is telling us that the coming problem in the near future. But I don't know what will be the problem. I did say that it could be China, it could be my broken glass and stuff like that. But anyway, this is what's happening right now. Now, of course, yesterday the Federal Reserve really came in and do some stuff. So the Federal Reserve actually came in to actually string the QE, right? And did they do that? They did do that. Okay, so they didn't bluff us. It was true. They really did that. So you can see that, right? The Federal Reserve QE really string by 20 billion to 40 billion in a period of February itself. So again, this tells you a lot of stuff, telling you that, okay, that this money is going to leave the market. And of course, when they leave the market, the money is no longer available. There's no cash flow. People are saving, example, things will get very, very ugly. Yeah. So watch out for that. And of course, you can see this is the market implied rate hike price in page. So you can see from here itself, right, all the way the March 2022, they are very confident that it will go much higher. And if 2022 is not, December is not going to follow itself, right, then of course there's something wrong. So it will be then a string of 20 billion and then by March itself. Okay, so they are looking at the rate hike to really go to as high as 1% by the end of the year. All right, so traders, this is something that you must understand. But the thing is, this is going up. We saw the dollar is coming up, the euro is coming up. So a lot of question mark is everywhere. Yeah. All right, so with that, it's all right. We can understand this is very important. So all this information tells you that you must be very careful because something is not following the norm. And if something not following the norm itself, as a trader, you must be very, very careful. Okay. So let's start with the bull goes smooth, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. Let's go. Now, allow me to just repeat myself again and again and again and again and again and again. I know that I've been doing this so many times. You probably hate me for this, but I cannot deny this. I need to repeat myself many times. Now, I told you guys many times that I believe that by mid-January, which is right now, today, tomorrow, the market will likely hit a peak and there will be some profit taking. I already tell you that, right? That was what I said. Yeah, do you remember that? Okay, so if you remember that as well, right? Please keep the word REM. And I did also say that by February, the market will go into sideways mode and likely there might be a pullback. And by March itself, right, the market will likely be dropping from the all-time high by 5 to 10%. Do you all remember that? If you remember, please key REM right now so that I can see whether you guys remember. Thank you very much, guys, if you remember. Now, look at it. All this is happening right now, okay? Out of nowhere, there's some selling. Out of nowhere, it's all right. Federal Reserve all coming in to tell you stuff. Although, yes, indeed, their credential is no longer as high as it is, but you cannot deny that now the whole camp is all looking for interest rate hike, and they're looking at March. So think about this. If there's going to be an interest rate hike in March, right? So what will happen in February or even January right now? So that's the first thing you must remember. Second thing, now interest rate hike doesn't mean it's bad. Interest rate hike itself, right, is actually it's like a bit of like a booster jet to the economy to push people to work even harder. But of course, if the economy is no longer be able to reciprocate this type of booster, then the other side will happen is that people get even more headache, right? And if they know that there will be any more, there'll be more jabs coming in, okay, because there's more interest rate coming in itself, right? They may not be able to take it psychologically, and they will sell, and they will really sell. Now, do note once again, earlier itself, the one from Bloomberg, this seems very clear. The institutionals are selling, but the corporates, the individuals are buying. So these guys, why are they buying? Where the institutions are selling. So somewhere, somehow know something, right? So now what you can see on the screen right now is China, and China continue to go down lower. And now it has broke below my 15,180 level. It's going to go lower, and this is going to be the 14,977 target. Okay, I'm seeing that the market will go down to this point here, 14,977. Now, China, I say this market is still not ready for a buy yet. People have been texting me non-stop, asking me when is the bottom of the market. I say that, look, I really don't know, because look at the chart, look at it. It doesn't show me any foot of confidence at the moment right now. So if you ask me, if I really have to put it into a drawing, then there should be a support somewhere around here, and that's about 14,500 to 900. But you look at it in technical analysis, there's a very beautiful, three white candles here. So what happened is that if the market break down, right, the three white candle might become one of the thing that to watch out for, and that will bring the China market down to 13,857. Now that is so pale away from the pale comparison compared to the when it came from the high, when it was like probably like 16,000. So all I can say is this: if you are a trader, then you be very careful and watch out for this. If the market breaks down, 13,857 could be the next stop. Yeah. Let's give me a moment, guys. There's some more messages coming in, but write it down somewhere, 13,857. Messages coming in. Okay, so that is the China A50. Let's look at the rest of the market right now. Let's look at Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones, you can see yesterday, let me just show you guys how does it work again. Now, yesterday, you can see there is a star, right? So once the star come out itself, right, put two lines on top of it. You can see right now, on top and below, you can see the market breaks, there's some selling, okay? So got the idea now? Very good. Okay, so now what happened? Let's take a look today. Today, this is yesterday, sorry. That was the day for, so put it here and here. So once it breaks, it's a sell. And when it cannot go up, it's a sell. Okay, so that's how effective this camera and this thing, the two lines are. Okay, so let's look at for today. Let's look at the Dow. Now today the Dow, because there's a new BMB, yeah, there's a new BMB form yesterday, a new BMB form. So now please write it down. If the Dow do break, what level? If the Dow do break 36,037. Okay, right now, 36,037. The market will likely drop further. And how much would that be? It may be going down to as low as 35,571. Wow. That means that if the market is to go down, you may have to come down all the way to 35,571. Now the current price itself is 36,088. So that means that if the market will go down to this point here, the market must lose as much as 500 points. Now, is it possible? I can tell you now, it is possible. I say that again, it is possible for the market to down 500 points. Now, first of all, technical, we have very clear that there's a KCB here and here. But KCB means it's tested and it got supported, tested, got supported. But 35,523 is actually a fresh chocolate bar, And from the observation I see for quite a while already, usually fresh chocolate bar itself seemingly very possible to be traded. Yeah, seemingly very possible to be traded. So which means that if there's going to be any selling, the market will take these two KCB, 35,999 and 35,775 as a form of support. But once the market breaks below it, it's all right, it will likely flush down at a very rapid pace towards 35,571. So what I'm trying to say is this, with the KSI rate right now, I believe that the market might be ripe for a profit taking of 500 points for the Dow Jones. Now, I'm not saying it'll be happening today, but I can say from now till the next 2 to 3 more days, this is actually very possible. And of course, you can see today is below MLP and below MA. Well, it's actually, if it comes down, right, it'll be nearer to MA 200. So do take note of that. Something wrong here itself. So traders, please be very careful, okay? Okay, so that's Dow Jones. Let's look at the NASDAQ, shall we? Now, the NASDAQ itself, right, tries to go up but fail, and then it come back down again, heavy selling. So what happened for NASDAQ, right? You can see if the NASDAQ could continue to go down, it'll be below MA 30, below MLP, below MA 200. Now, that is very bearish, okay? So I kind of believe that it will come down to somewhere around here, or if not the pivot level, as a form of support. Pivot level is 15,168. Okay, what do you call hand support itself will be 15,000. Wait, some cannot see here. If it goes down lower, so you'll break the MA 200. That means that it's going to go down to 15,337. Yeah, 337. Okay, got it? Yep. Okay, so that is what will likely be happening. So watch out for that. Okay, all right, so watch out for this. If the market pulls back down itself, right, there is a chance for the market to come down all the way here. If not, it's all right, it may even test all the way down to the pivot level. Now, of course, for it to happen, that means that the NASDAQ must drop 300 points. Again, I repeat, I don't think it will happen within a single day. And the KSI is still green right now, but gradually it may be going towards that direction, yeah, because of what is going to happen. Because once the interest rate hike comes in, I told you before, they will start to really look at the NASDAQ counter to drop them off from the shelf, yeah. Now the S&P 500 also the same thing again. It is trying to stay above the 46.53. That is the KCB level from here. So you can see that's very strong support. But if the market today closed below the 46.53. That means that it will be going down all the way to this very point, and that's 45.97. Now, because this one, S&P moved together with the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, so for the market to drop that much itself to this point, the market must drop by at least, how many points? 60 points, 60 points. Now, 60 points times 8, because every 1 point is about 8 S&P point, 60 times 8 will be about 420, right? So it's somewhere near to the 500 that we're looking at itself for the Dow Jones. So imagine this, if the Dow Jones really fall by 500, then the S&P will fall down, will fall under 45.97. Yeah, this is how the mathematics works. Okay, so that's S&P done. Let's look at Hang Seng right now. Hang Seng this morning gap down. Yeah, gap down because of the NASDAQ. Then it's below MA 200, MLP, and slightly below above this MA 30. Now the thing is, for Hang Seng, it did try to recover in the morning. It did try, but it failed after several rounds, and of course, in the third round, it gave up already. So let's take a look what happened here. So on the 5-minute chart shows that okay, all right. So for Hang Seng itself, let's take a look. Now Hang Seng basically has gapped down today and below the MLP and MA, right? So if I look at it, right, if the scary thing is that if the market is a fall, it may go all the way down to this point here, which is the MA 30. Now do note our MA every day will change a bit of the number because it's retabulating the figure. So if that will be how much now? Now let's say 24,150. That means that it has to go down to 23,560. That means for 600 points. So that makes sense because if the Dow Jones to lose 500 points, let's say 500 points on the Dow Jones, the Hang Seng will drop easily by 700 points. So again, all these have to match together itself. And this is actually very scary because if everything matches together, right, that means that, right, either today, Monday or Tuesday, there could be some form of selling coming in the market. Now, it's not 100%, but I'm just informing you that it's seemingly possible, yeah? Seemingly possible. Okay, how about the Nikkei? Now, Nikkei has to come down already. I told you Nikkei will come off and it's coming down right now. Now, where will Nikkei go? That's a good question. There is the hole here itself. The market must break and recover to buy. So, of course, you can queue in first to see how it goes. If not itself, right, how low can this go? Wow, this is scary. Let me see how low can it go. Okay, something wrong, yeah? 2 minutes. Okay, guys, look at it. There is no more KCB around. Oh my goodness, the Nikkei basically is all right. The next available downside number for support all the way come from the KCB, and that is 27,092. Now current price of 27,939. For it to lose 900 points is possible. Yes, indeed, it's possible in the market. Okay, it's possible. Yeah. Nicholas, what do you think about the Fed pumping in money today or next week? The Federal Reserve is already pumping in money. They already pumped in yesterday a bit. They already pumped in a bit already. So that's why after they pumped in inside the market, that's why the market was relentlessly going up. But once the pumping is finished, I think the market realized that the numbers are actually lower than the expectation already, right? So that means no bluff was being called. That's the reason why the market is coming off. Yeah. You can check back again on the Federal Reserve and see whether they have put in the money. I think they did yesterday. Yeah. Okay. I mean, double check for me, Ken. Nick, since you're asking this question itself. Okay. So that's Nikkei. Now, how about DAX? Now, DAX yesterday has pulled back quite a fair bit. And the thing is, this DAX actually ended at CCYR because DAX closed about 2-3 a.m. So they actually saw some of the selling, but they didn't see the full scale selling towards the end. So which means that if the market open later, right, there is a very high chance it will hit the 1584 level MA. It may even drastically fall if it wants to about 15676. All right. Okay, so these are the figures to watch out for the DAX market. I believe that DAX will come off today. Yeah, I believe DAX will come off today. Okay, downside should be here. Closing is 5917, right? So I believe that it may be coming down to here 841. This is wrong. 15842, not 8428. Okay. Okay, 15842. So that means about 100 more points to drop. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the indices. A look at the crude oil price. Now, crude oil price is hovering. I believe that crude oil is near a peak. There should be some form of resistance. Now, MLP is there already at 81.67, and now it's trading below. So I believe that this time around, crude should be coming down. It will come down to probably somewhere around here, if I were to ask myself this question, $76.60. Now, of course, the market is so bullish right now, maybe cannot, but let's try, okay? So if you come down, you can try to stop at the midpoint of the cage itself, but it's somewhere very near to it. Okay, so that's why stay, watch out for it. 76.60, that could be the target for it. Now, if your crude oil price to come down, right, equity market will be also be coming down. So that's the reason why today crude oil, right, was up initially, but when the news came in, I mean, so-called that was selling in the market itself, right, you notice that. Yeah. You notice that yesterday it was the same timing when they were all enjoying themselves. Yesterday the news came in, and straight away the market just collapsed all the way. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that is the oil part as well. Let's look at gold and silver. Now, gold today is still holding up, and today gold actually touched the pivot 2 and rebounded. Okay, and rebounded. So what happened is that be careful. That means that there's some artificial support. Now, with the dollar down yesterday, gold should have went up, but the gold did not react. So today is still a doji directional day for gold. Hence, therefore, if it can stay above 1823, right? 1,823, it should be going higher, and still the target is 1829. But I think today should be able to go higher to 1835. Now, BNB level is 1843, yeah? So watch out for these figures for today. Okay, watch out for all these figures for today. Okay, so that is the gold. Let's look at the silver. Now, silver is moving up today. It's a DJDD directional day, so most likely silver will be moving higher. And the figure that we're looking at itself, you can finish. $23.40. Okay, so first resistance is $23.40. That's around here. That's where the thing is. $23.40 is actually a technical point for gold. Or silver, sorry. If silver can cross 23.40, it should be able to go all the way to this point here, 23.81. Yeah. So traders, please watch out for that. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin yesterday pulled back. The high was at 44,000. And when the market came off, Bitcoin also come off, and it created a BNB at the same time. So same thing here. If the market breaks this point here, the market will come off, and this will be 40,222 target, because it's the new BNB. So I suspect that Bitcoin will come down to here, because once the more and more Federal Reserve are actually standing on the hawkish side, right? Monetary policy will cut. And if they cut this out, right, the dollar may recover a bit here and there, but primary is all right. Some of the products will lower down in price. Okay, so anyway, this is what happened for the Ethereum, for Bitcoin, looking at 40,222, yeah? Okay, last but not least, it will be the Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is also very bad. It's trying to go up recently because of the buy. And then after that, you can see we have a single yellow. And now we're going to go down further. So if Ethereum is to go down, it has to lose this point here, and that's 33.17. Now it's below MA30, MA200, so there will be more peace in the market. Let's look at how it happened. Now, if the market breaks down, then of course the next level you might be going would be 29.70 range. Yeah, so take note of that. If the market do come down, 29.70 will be the range. Okay. All right. So with that, it's all right. I completed today's MAO. Like I said, today's MAO is all right. Contain a lot of good stuff, and of course, very important stuff. And I told you guys what to look out for coming 2022. Now, my forecast is that the market, like the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, S&P 500, and the Hong Kong shares, most likely these will be all the sell leaders first. And of course, what could be the better reason is because the Federal Reserve is likely going to hike the interest rate as early as March. All right, that will be all for today. Thank you very much for today. Thank you for waiting for me. All right, so let's just end of day. Have a great lunch. I'll see you guys live again on Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah, not Monday. Monday got no MAO. Yeah, we do not have MAO on Tuesday because it's a holiday. So it's a US holiday, so we won't be covering much. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today's morning MAO. This is Cal signing off. Have a great day. Have a great lunch. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.